Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
So now let's discuss what we have learned and let's see what we have understood from this. What is the disadvantage in comparing line segments by mere observation? So what were the disadvantages that we felt that when we were just looking at the images? What do you think were the disadvantages? I think you must be thinking in your head is that while we were just observing the lines, if the size of the lines, they are very much similar to each other. Every time we cannot just look at an image and say that it is equal. Is that right? So I have written down this answer. Let's discuss that answer here. It says by mere observation, we cannot compare the line segments with slight differences in their length. If the lengths are with very small difference in them, we just cannot tell by observation which one is bigger, which one is smaller. We can't say which line is greater in length. Hence, the chances of error due to improper viewing are more. I hope this is clear. Now, let's read the next question. Why is it better to use divider than ruler while measuring the length of the line segment? As we have discussed about so many errors that can occur while reading, that is the placement of the ruler, the placement of our eyes, like where are we looking at. So observational error while reading the scale can be one of the issue. So also the ruler can be broken. So the answer may vary. You might think of some other answer. I've written down one for you. It says, while using a ruler, chances of error occur due to thickness of the ruler and angular viewing, like which side you are viewing it from. Hence, using divider, accurate measurement is possible. So if you are using divider, you can have even more accuracy in your measurement. Okay. Now moving to the third one. It says draw any line segment, say line AB. Take any point C lying in between A and B. Measure the length of AB, BC and AC. And what do we need to prove? We need to prove is AB equal to AC plus CB. So let us draw a line segment. So this is the line segment AB. And we need to take a point C lying in between AB. So say this is the point C. It says that measure the lengths of AB and BC and AC, and we have to say whether AB is equal to AC plus CB. So let's say the line that I have drawn. Again, I'm saying the answer may vary because you can draw a line segment of any length in this question. So say that the line segment that I have drawn, this particular line segment AB, this measures 7 centimeter. Okay, for example, I'm just writing this. And say this point C is 2 centimeters away from point B. So if this complete line segment I have drawn is 7 and this small is 2, so the length of AC is 5 centimeters. Now, clearly when we have drawn this, we can see that if AB is equal to 7 centimeter, right? The length of AC is equal to 5 centimeter. BC is equal to 2 centimeter. So let us add AC and BC together. The answer is 7 centimeter. And this is the length of AB. So yes, it is true that AB is equal to AC plus CB. So this is verified when we have drawn the line segments of the given measurements. And again, I'm repeating this, that you can draw the line segments of any length. You can draw it 10 centimeters, you can draw it 15 centimeters, and the point C that you can mark it anywhere on the line segment. Okay, but what you will observe is that every time this particular relationship will be fulfilled, that is AB will always be equal to AC plus CB. Okay, moving to the next question. It says, if A, B, C are 3 points on a line such that AB is 5 centimeter, BC is 3, AC is 8, which one of them lies between the 2 points? So let us draw this. It says that we have a particular line segment. Let this be the line segment. Say from A to B, it is 5 centimeters. So this is 5 centimeters. From B to C, this here, let's this be C, and this is say 3 centimeters. Okay, so I don't basically need this part here, so I'll just draw it again. So this is my line segment. So this is point A, B and C. This part is 5, this part is 3 centimeters, and this complete length AC is 8 centimeters. Which one of them lies between the two? So clearly what you see in front of you are 3 points that are lying on a line segment. So just by looking at the image, can you tell me which point is lying in between the 2 points? So the answer is point B is lying in between. So let's write it here, is lying in between points A and C. So here we have got point B, which is lying in between points A and C. Moving to the next question. Here we need to verify whether D is the midpoint of the given line segment AG. So look at this clearly. What line segment are we talking about? We are talking about line segment from point A to point G. Okay, and we need to verify if D is the midpoint. It is lying exactly in the halfway of the whole line segment, right? So now look here, if we start from A, it is 1, 2 and 3. So we see from A to point D, we have 3 units. What is the length? Look here very carefully. I haven't written centimeters or millimeters. We are not given whether it is in centimeter or millimeter or meter, whatever. So instead of writing anything, we just write units. So from A to D, we have total 3 units. And now let us check from D to G. So 1, 2 and 3. So clearly from G to D as well, we have got 3 units, and because both of them are equal, so clearly I can write this, that instead of A to D we can just write that AD is equal to 3 units, and similarly GD is equal to 3 units. And as both of them are equal in measure, so we can write that AD is equal to GD, and this clearly shows that D is the midpoint of the line segment AG. Is that clear? Now let's look at the next question. If B is the midpoint of line segment AC, let's draw a line segment here. The line segment is AC, and they are saying that point B is the midpoint. What do you mean by midpoint? It means that AB is equal to BC. This is the meaning of the word, that B is the midpoint. Okay, and C is the midpoint of line segment BD. Okay, so we need to go further. Let's just quickly go back to our image and draw it again. Okay, so here we have a line where this is A, this is D, B, C. Okay, so here we have B as the midpoint of AC, and we have got C as the midpoint of BD, right? Where ABCD lie on a straight line. say why AB is equal to CD. So we are given that AB is equal to BC. This is the given part. Similarly, we are given that BC is equal to CD. Why? Because we are given that C is the midpoint of BD. So this is also given. So from these two equations, because AB is also equal to BC and BC is equal to CD, so AB is equal to CD. So therefore, we got AB is equal to CD, hence proved. Okay. Now let's move to the next one. Here in this question, it says draw two triangles and measure their sides. Check in each case if the sum of the lengths of any two sides is always less than the third side. Now for this question, you can draw any triangle that you want of any measure. Okay. However, to be very accurate with the measurements, in fact clear with the drawing, I have just used an image that you can see in front of you. So this is a triangle with some measurements given, not to measure. Now, I need to prove here in this question that in each of the cases, we are going to discuss two such cases, that the sum of the lengths of two sides, that we are adding any two sides of the triangle, it is always less than the third one. Okay. Now, here we have the length of AB as 2.5. So let us write it here. Length of AB is 2.5 centimeters. Length of, say, okay, I think AC is smaller than BC. I'm just saying this by observation. Already I have been given the lengths. Here AB is 2.5, BC is 4.8 and AC is 5.2. So AC is already the biggest one. So now let us add the biggest one to the smallest one to check whether we are going to verify the question or not. So let us add AC to AB. So adding 5.2 centimeters. So if we add them together, what do we get? We get 7.7 centimeters. And this 7.7 centimeters is greater than BC, which is equal to 4.8 centimeters. You can take any two pairs. Say if now I am adding AB to the length of BC, we will see that this will also be greater than AC. Similarly, I can write AB added to AC is greater than BC, or I can write AC added to BC is greater than AB. This is a very important as well as a simple observation that we see in front of us. You can try any triangle as you can, and you will always notice that if you add the sides of if you add two sides of the triangle, it will always be greater than the third one. Let's take another example. Here we have KL, LM and MK. Each of them measures 3.5 centimeters. Okay. So if I add KL plus LM, the answer that we'll get is 7 centimeters. And clearly 7 centimeters is greater than KM. So we can say that KL plus LM is greater than KM. Similarly, we can also find for the others as well that if we add KL plus KM, it will be greater than LM. Now another way we can write is that if we are adding, we have added KL to this, we have added, now let's add KM plus LM, it will be greater than KL. So these are again the observations that we have observed in this particular triangle. And as I have said, you can try as many triangles as you can. Here I have some of the examples for you. If you want, you can try using these triangles. And what we have just learned is a very important property in a triangle. It says that the sum of two sides of a triangle is always greater than the third side. Okay, so please do remember this particular property from here. So now in this lesson, what all have we learned? We have learned how we can measure the lines by three different ways, that is by observing, by using ruler, and by using the divider, right? And then lastly, we learned about a property of a triangle which says the sum of any two sides of a triangle is always greater than the third side.